गणपतये नमः। ॐ गणपतये नमः। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ गणपतये नमः।
जयधारी माँ। हर जीवन अनेक प्रकार के रंगों से भरा हुआ है। बातचीत वही रंग बांटेगी आप सबके साथ। हम सब एक हैं, बस सोच अलग अलग है। बटोर लीजिए उन रंगों को, जो भी आप चाहें इस बातचीत से, और ढाल लीजिए अपनी सोच में। यही मकसद है इस बातचीत का। आइए मिलते हैं अपने प्यारे से मेहमान से। अतिथि देवो भव।
जयधारी माँ आप सबको। We welcome you for our बातचीत। जयधारी माँ मम्मी, जयधारी। हमारे आज की अतिथि हैं रेवती जी। आप सबको उनकी अकम्प्लिशमेंट्स के बारे में पता है। I would like to share with you what I felt while watching her on the screen, videos जब देखे, इंटरव्यूज जब देखे, पढ़ा। She's a very, very real person and I want to thank her for being so real. उनकी जो एनर्जी है वो बहुत अपलिफ्टिंग है। She's a great well-wisher and वो उनके काम में झलकती है। We thank her for being so real and we thank her for her journey because it's truly inspiring. There is so much to learn from her journey. And let's get to know her heart and her soul and who she is as a person. Heart, body, mind, soul, thought, deed, intent. ये सब उनके काम में वो प्योरिटी झलकती है। आइए उन पे एक वीडियो देखते, फिर उनसे बातचीत करते। Hi, ma'am. I'm very well.
Namaste.
Revathy. Hello, Revathy.
I can't hear.
Hello, Revathy.
Can
I
you hear
can't hear
us?
you. Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
can hear you.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
I am not too sure what happened. I could hear the audio visual, but I can't hear when you speak.
Ma'am, Sujata, can you with a call? Ma'am, Shakira, can you call ma'am?
Oops. Oh, I could hear all of you before the program
Yes, ma'am. You
started.
can hear us?
No, I can't hear anything. The volume is fine. It's completely there.
We're going to do this. We'll just reconnect. If need be, we'll reconnect.
Yeah, it's.
Should we reconnect?
Can you say something?
Mommy, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Can
ma'am.
we
On my phone
reconnect?
also the volume is on.
Mommy, I think we stay
Oh,
on. I think
Ah,
ma'am
I
will
still can't
reconnect.
hear. It's very strange.
Sujata,
I'm so
with a
sorry.
call, ma'am.
I think leave and join. Yes, I will do that. Really sorry about this.
We reconnect and we start our Baatcheet. Looking forward to talking to her. Ma'am will reconnect. Mommy, it's getting cold in Delhi.
hi. At the
Yes.
moment, it is. Are you
Yes, I
better?
can hear you clear.
You're
Lovely.
very welcome.
Hello,
Namaste.
Revathy.
Welcome.
You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you, Kiranji. You look happy yourself. You always looked the same.
Your connectivity. We need a
Yeah, your
better.
internet connectivity is
I
breaking.
think we're good. I think we're good now, ma'am. We can see.
You're
We can
good,
see
yeah.
you. Yes, we're good now, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, welcome, ma'am. Ma bless you. Thank you for being
Thank you,
with us.
Saina. Thank you, Kiranji, for having me for the show.
Thank you.
Ji,
Seen
ma'am.
you after a long time, Revathy. And you're looking
Yes,
so beautiful.
thank you. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
indeed,
Your
indeed.
your lovely silver gray hair. You're looking almost like a Britisher.
I'd rather be Indian, Kiranji.
But it's like a totally Britisher because the Britisher women love this kind of silvery gray and the fairness of your skin, and you looking almost like a Britisher.
Oh,
Though
wow.
I would love to say you're an Indian, but looking like a Britisher with your lovely lovely silver, not gray, silver hair.
Yeah, actually, it's grown silver for whatever reasons, and I'm very happy. I don't have to go to the parlor every 15 days to touch it up. That is
Yeah,
what gives me the freedom.
and with the natural color, a natural wave in it, a little
Yeah.
curly in it. Yeah, very nice,
Thank you. Thank you so
lovely.
much. And I really appreciate the kind of words you have used for my introduction. And it means a lot because whatever you said was, statistic, whatever, the name, normally a lot of people get it all wrong. But you have got all my little details so
Ma
absolutely
bless you,
perfect.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Ma bless you, ma'am.
Very
Ma'am, just
happy to
taking
see you.
this thought forward, what makes you, and that's your strength, what makes you so comfortable being you? What makes you so comfortable in your skin? Because that's real beauty. That's real beauty when you embrace life. And when every wrinkle, every mark is like a medal, it's like hard earned. Every little gray hair is like wisdom. It's beautiful. What a
Thank
privilege.
Authenticity,
What a privilege.
authenticity, very authentic.
What makes
Thank
you
you.
like that, ma'am? In such a different world, what makes you like that?
Authenticity.
Um, Yes, Kiranji. And Saina, the thing is, um, I was brought up in a very normal household. In the army, it's always about, being yourself, being right. Like my mother always said that, both my parents always said that if you have the courage to tell the truth about yourself, that is the best thing that can happen. So I think the foundation that my parents gave me, the kind of atmosphere that I grew up, it just kept me going. And somehow the my profession has not changed me. Thank God for that, because sometimes when I look at some of them, I feel so sad when you can't put yourself and you are always carrying an image of yourself.
Ji, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
coming to cinema, being a part, you,
Because
cinema
before
found.
you go to cinema, can I just
Ji,
go back to her army background?
please,
I
Yes.
think
please,
she's got a great background. I think it's a great message in this because
yes.
many girls, young girls with this kind of army background grew
Ji,
up very differently, very differently. They bring in such a very set of fundamental values in their profession or in their personal lives. So I think that is getting reflected in her career. So tell us a little more about your background. Not just that you have an army background, we know, but what is it that was little by little, which was building up that took you to be authentic self?
Kiranji, when you're an army child, what happens is you are constantly moving, and you're
Ah,
constantly moving from place to place, house to house, making new friends, going into different schools. So there is nothing constant. There is always a change. So I think we learned to embrace change very beautifully,
ah,
and we were not too worried, or we were not completely broken when there is a change. You just step up and do what has to be done. And I just remember that when my dad was in the forward area, it was only my mom, single mother, taking care of both the kids. And it was a very tough time, where sometimes the monthly pay also did not reach us because of certain issues. And my mother, I remember a Diwali where she said that, sorry, this time I can't buy any new clothes, and no fireworks, it's all too expensive. And we as kids, both my sister and myself, we started saving money by walking rather than going in the bus, because
wow,
to school, and we didn't tell my mother. So and then she found out, and we said, no, we've saved and it is a good walk. We walk in the morning, walk in the evening. It was not too far, maybe about 3 kilometers. But small things like that. And that's when my father bought us a cycle and said, okay, now go bicycle, you don't have to walk, at least do that. So I think small things made a difference. We valued things more, whether it is switching off the lights and the fans in the house, whether it is helping in the household, cleaning up the table, doing the bed as soon as you wake up, you know and this never changed even when I became an actor. My mother never treated me differently, whether I had to go for a shoot or when I come back from shoot. I was asked to do the things that I always did, you know, because she said that this is a profession you are in. You might be whoever you are, but that doesn't change what you have to do at home as my daughter. So these were the good
and your
things.
and your siblings?
I have a sister. She's a pilot.
Ah,
She's a commercial pilot, and has been a pilot for more than about 30 years now.
oh,
Yeah,
she's been
yeah.
flying you. Have you been flown by
Yes,
her?
yes, I
Which
have been.
airline? Which airline?
She was first with the NEPC, then with Jet, and once Jet closed down, with Air India, and now she's with Indigo.
I see. That's wonderful. I love to
Yes.
come across her one day.
Yes, wonderful. When you come to Chennai, do let me know. We will meet for a meal.
Yeah, that's a good. But if I'm flying Indigo, tell your sister if I'm on flight, she should please come up, walk up, and let me know she is your sister.
I will let her know. I will
When
definitely let her.
because when we finish the flight, many pilots come out of their cabin and greet
Yes,
the passengers.
yes, they do.
It'll be a
They do.
joy to meet her.
I will tell her.
Does she look like you?
Um, we are different, but most people say that we look like sisters.
Acha, then I should be able to spot her
She's much
then.
slimmer. Yeah, she's much slimmer, and she's very particular that she should look good in her uniform.
What's her name?
Her name is Bindu Keluni.
Okay.
Ji, ma'am.
I look out for this name. You see, it's very
Thank you.
important to go to the roots because the foundation is already built. And these army backgrounds have done many families, particularly girls, very well. Boys, of course. But girls seem to be standing out because they get an opportunity to express their background because they asked, why are you different?
Yes, yes, you're very right. I have to say that when I came into the industry, the issue that I felt was this man-woman, the gender bias, which I never felt in my childhood, in my home, or in the society that we were in. I had never felt that, Kiranji. And
Yeah,
it took me a few years to understand, oh, this is gender bias.
yeah.
I didn't even realize that they're making a difference. And I know, it hit me like, oh my God, oh, this is what it is to be a girl and to be a boy. Being two sisters, there was no difference at home.
Yeah. Lovely. Now we know where the grounding is from.
Yes.
Kudos to your parents. Our regards to your mother. I believe you are taking care of their higher age.
Yes, we both of us live next to each other, and we have both our parents with us. And I have a young daughter. She's only 12 years old. So
Oh, beautiful.
it's a very interesting amalgamation of years
Yeah,
between us. My
lovely.
father's 91 and my mother's 87.
Wonderful age. Very good to be taking care of them and be close to
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
That's all they need at this age is their children close by.
Yes, ma'am. That is true. And actually, I'm very happy because my daughter gets to spend time with grandparents, which I think is a very essential thing. She learns
Yes.
to care for them. She will never shirk from if my mother asks her for a glass of water or, come and just press her legs. She immediately does it. And I think that is a value that only a grandparent can give the grandchild.
That's right. And
Yeah.
these are memories forever for your daughter.
Absolutely, ma'am. I'm blessed. I must
Yes,
say that.
truly. Blessed by, yeah, it's mutual blessing being shared.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, very nice, Revati. That's also makes you grounded. What Saina was asked, beginning with saying, what you're very grounded, you're very comfortable in your skin. That value system with which you've grown has actually worked.
Yes, I completely agree with you. The value system, what we see from the age of maybe 0 to 7 or 0 to 8 is what remains for the rest of your life.
That's
So
correct.
definitely that has helped. Even if we flew around a bit, went couple of inches above the ground sometime in life, but still we came back, landed back, and we have,
Exactly.
yes.
And knew how to stand up again.
Yes, absolutely. Fall and stand up. It's not at all a big thing. I can,
Mhm.
it has happened we keep doing that. It's not an issue at all.
Yeah, as we did see, Saina and I saw you standing up again and again and again. We saw that. We saw the whole diversity of your career, how you went up, and if you had a fall, how you stood up again and rebuilt yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
We'll talk about that.
And
Saina, back to you.
I'm so glad, ma'am. We had you've had this conversation. It just is very it touches the heart. I'm glad Mummy asked you, talk about your experiences. I was leading to that, ma'am, but I think now what I also want to move to is I'm so grateful for these few moments that you've poured your heart out. Ma'am, great spiritual lessons out of your journey and out of your art form. Uh, how do you not get so attached to the result and the release and the outcome? You're so, the process is in your hand. Giving it your all is in your hand. Then you have to release it.
Yes.
Then you have to release it completely.
Yes, that's true.
How does it feel, being an artist and then being a director, even being a parent, being a daughter, being a friend in life, emotions, relationships? You
Yeah.
can you can give it your all. Then you have to release.
No, I mean, see, it didn't come to me very naturally. I learned as I grew, as I faced ups and downs. I faced failures, and and I had somebody to hold my hand. It would be either my family or friends or my ex partner, and so it was all there. But now I think I have matured in a way. My father always said, wear life like a loose jacket, don't tighten it and feel claustrophobic and irritated. And he always said, wear life like a loose jacket. I did not understand it when I was a teenager, but now I understand it so well. you know so only then you can kind of breathe and understand. And that is a very important lesson. He speaks very rarely. He just kind of puts in these little thoughts and moves away. It was always my mother who nurtured us constantly. But yeah, this is a line I'll never forget. And I tried telling my 12-year-old daughter. She said, what nonsense. I like to wear nice tight clothes.
She'll also grow up and say, my mommy said it right.
Yes, one day.
One day. Yeah. Too early for her to say, yes, you're right. She'll say, yes, you're
Yeah.
right, mommy, few years later.
Yes, yes. So I think that is what kind of, and Saina, when you're constantly climbing and you don't know the depths, then you don't know. You just move away from reality, and you do not, understand what is the ground reality. For me, in that way, I'm very happy, because as a creator, being in touch with reality was very important. Otherwise I will not be able to make stories. So in that way, I'm very happy that I was always in touch with reality. And a few organizations in which I'm involved really kept me down to the earth. Yeah.
Gee. Ma'am, you've just spoken about sharing stories, and you've spoken about your parents and your lovely child. A little early, but we want to, I think we'll connect it, and then we talk about your creation and all that you create. But I think as an artist, it was fate. You entered as an artist, it was fate. But I think your being a director is a soul calling. It's comes from the heart. It's something that you really want to do. It was leading to that. And
Yes.
I think you're so full with that your love flows for your child and your parents and your friends and all your relationships and the world around you. So, ma'am, we'll show you your heart, and then we talk about your journey, ma'am.
Okay.
We show you your heart. Yes.
Wow.
It's keeping you full, ma'am. It's keeping you full
Yes,
and
yes.
allowing you to give from your
Thank you. Thank you
love
so
is
much.
flowing. Yes. How do you feel, ma'am, about your
Saina, the thing is, the films that I made were films that I believed in and stories that I felt were needed to be told. Okay, Mitra was then, and Firmilenge and Salamenki, both of them are somewhere came from true stories. And Salamenki is about DMD. So it was very important for me to tell that story because I met Venkatesh, who was no more, but I met his mother and I heard her journey and I wanted to tell the story. But see again there, it's not that these films saw success in the way the box office success is, you know. There have been times when I was confused, but still, when I sit down and work on a script, and I say I'm going to make a nice mass film where it's going to, collect the money, and the producer makes. For me, it is the producer putting in the money should make back the money, though he made back the money, he didn't made extra money. So I said let's do it, and then I sat and worked, and then I just can't get myself to make a film like that. So I said no, this is what I can make, and if a producer believes in it and is willing to take the journey with me, then we'll make the film. So yeah, because I feel that it is going to live on for many years, and that is why I made these films.
do the stories find you or you find them? Do they find you?
All the three films that I made, the stories found me. And it was either through somebody or a book like Salam Minki. Actually, the book came to me. I worked on it for a few years. Then there was no takers, no producer. Then I said, let it go. Again, the book came back to me. And this time with a producer. So it was good. The combination was good. Fir Milenge also, it was because of an incident that happened to a very close friend of mine. And I was just thinking about it. And there was a producer who came and said, will you make a film on HIV? Because this is a topic that everybody's talking about. And we based it on this beautiful movie called Philadelphia. It was loosely based on that.
Ji, ma'am.
Tell us, how did a story, one particular instance when story found you?
Uh, Salam Venki is really an amazing thing, Kiranji. Around 2005, 2004, Venkatesh passed away. And 2006 beginning, I got this book and somebody said, you have to read this. It's an amazing. It's called The Last Hurrah. And I read it and I wanted to meet the mother, Venkatesh's mother, and her name is Sujata. She lives in Hyderabad. She's there even now. And I spoke to Sujata and I said, okay, let's take it forward. I created a script out of the book in two, three different ways, but nobody was really interested in making it. You know, so then I stepped back and I said, maybe it's not time, and maybe it's too, emotionally difficult to make this film. So nobody made it. So till about 2009, I tried. Around 2017, I get a call from this person called Suraj Singh. And he said, ma'am, I have a story for you. Would you like to? I didn't know him at all. And then I said, yeah, sure. You can meet. I normally don't refuse any meetings because when people get my number with so much difficulty and try to speak to me, I very rarely say no unless it's something that I'm not interested in. So he came and met me, and he handed this book over. As soon as he gave this book to me, the emotion I felt was too much because I was so connected with this book, and I just had tears in my eyes. And Suraj Singh got scared. He said, ma'am, are you okay? What happened? I said, no. Where did you get this book from? He said, no, I have this book, and we have made a script based on this book. And, uh, the writer who had made a script also came, Samir Arora. And Samir, he said, "Can I narrate?" I said, "Okay, let's take a break." And he narrated, and he had taken a very beautiful part of the book and created a story, and I fell in love with it. And then we started working, making it, as it turned out to be in the end. And the beauty about Salam Enki is, I just wanted Kajol for the role. And the first thing she said is, Revathy, I don't like to do films where, something happens to my child, because I get very emotional, and it hurts me. So I said, this is not about just something happening to your child, but it's also about how you and along with your child kind of live a fuller life. And I narrated it to her, and 3 days later, she said yes. And after she said yes, everybody I spoke to said yes. And Amir was an absolute, miracle. He called me, and because the producer connected with him, and he said, "So, what is it, Revathy?" So I just gave him a small gist in about 10 minutes. And he said, "Can you please send me my scenes?" And the next
Ah,
day, he was on board. So,
wow.
things just happened, and it was an amazing feeling,
Describe
and
describe a little more of this.
Salam, the movie, the story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this incident, the scene. What was the scene?
the scene was basically, in Salam Menki, we created a fictitious character, and that character is what Amir has done. The fictitious character is the mother. When the child was around 2 years old, was told that he has DMD. So, which means slowly his muscles from leg down, from there, the muscles deteriorate and they do not work. And in the end, he will die. And most DMD kids die between the age of 17 and 19. So, Samir Arora is the one who said that. So she is traveling with death constantly,
Yes,
because she's
yes,
constantly having a conversation with death and saying
yes,
that, "You wait, my son
yeah,
is not ready, I am not ready." So
yes,
it's a
yes,
conflict she has from the time she knew about this, and she had
right.
many other conflicts in life, but this is like a companion.
Wow.
So Samir Arora felt that let us create a person. And
Mm,
Amir did the role of this, you can call it subconscious, conscience, or death, whatever, but she has a conversation with this person. No, 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 he's
mm,
mine. You can't take him. I have come to
mm,
take him. And she says, "No,
mm,
not yet." And at one
mm.
point, she says, "I'm not going to fight you anymore. I think you can take him."
Oh
You
my
know, so
God.
yeah. So, Amir he just loved the thought, because very rarely and we just told him that we just want you in a, very simple linen shirt and pants and nothing else. And you just come there only after a few scenes, only at the interval, you realize this is a fictitious character. It's a figment of her imagination.
Ah.
And he's there till the end when the boy dies. you know she has a conversation, um, जब जब वो जब तुम उसे ले जाओगे, अ, उसे उसे दर्द होगा क्या? So
Oh.
yeah, so then he says, "Don't worry, मैं उसे अपने हाथों हाथों में हाथ लेके ले जाऊंगा.
Wow.
Don't worry." you know
Mm,
and that's exactly what we made him do. He holds his hand
mm,
and he takes him. So it is just a mother's way of connecting with death, when she's
mm.
fighting it and when she gives in and says, "Okay, now it's time."
Fantastic. How very
Yeah.
poignant. Very, very poignant.
Yeah. You must see it, Kiranji.
I will. Is this on Netflix?
It's not on Netflix, it's on another channel. I think it
Right?
is, no, it is on Z5.
Okay. Okay. I will.
Please watch
I'll
it.
get to
I
see
will
it.
be honored if
Please.
you watch it.
Thank you so much. Z5. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know why? What I wanted to say, because all of us don't get to see so much.
I
So
know.
it's
I
very good to
understand.
hear it
Totally.
right from the source, and then go back to it and feel about it. Revati?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So this was a story that was very close. I actually carried it with me for almost 14 years before I made the film.
Wow, so long.
Yes. Yes, so long,
That's
so long.
that's a lot of perseverance, a lot of patience.
Yeah. And I have to say, Sujata, Venkatesh's mother, and his sister, who's also part of the film as a character, both of them saw the film in Hyderabad. And
Huh.
for me, it was a very emotional moment. I was actually scared. I hope we portrayed it right and they don't get too you know upset about anything that we portrayed. But they just kind of held me, and I suppose that in the end, that is the best thing that can ever happen, when somebody has gone through and they see the film that we have made about them. Yeah.
See how
And
powerful direction and acting brings the human emotion so alive.
absolutely, Kiranji. And for them, suddenly they felt that their son is alive. So she was actually seeing him after almost 15 years after he passed away.
Hmm.
You know,
It's
so for her,
immortalizing them.
yeah,
It's
immortalizing.
immortalized. You immortalize it.
Yes,
That's
the
what
right
films
word.
do. The real creative films do is they immortalize
Yes,
incidents
yes.
and events and individuals. And that's what the real test of a director is, or the acting is,
Yeah, definitely, Kiranji, because
if you succeed at
and
doing
that
that.
is what keeps me going, because it is such a powerful media. We are able to connect if we do things with wholeheartedly. We are able to
Mm.
connect, and we are able to make people think about it, make them feel, make them think, and even maybe understand situations and maybe change. So I suppose that is what has kept me in this profession. Now it's almost 44 years since I
Mm.
started acting. Yeah.
And did your actors act naturally, or did you have to you had to direct them?
Most of the people who acted in Salam Menki are all thorough professionals. So it is just about balancing their performance to suit the character. So it was not
Ah,
about, showing or teaching, but just balancing them and saying, okay, itna bas hai, isse zyada nahi. Or, thoda aur zyada karo, that
mm.
kind of stuff. So it was
Lovely.
just that. But I think most of them fell into their characters, their shoes, especially Vishal Jatwa, who played Venkatesh. You know,
Mm.
the entire film he's on the bed because,
Ah,
he can't move because we started
mm.
the film from the time. It's actually the whole film is the story of the last 14 days of his life.
I
And
see.
yeah, so and we've also created small things, Kiranji, which is what gives me happiness as a creator. And Ravi Varman, my cinematographer, also, we work together. So when the film starts, it's new moon day. There is no moon in the sky. And when the film ends, and in between we show the moon also, but when the film ends, it's a full moon, the day he dies.
Wow.
So
Oh,
in
very
our
symbolic.
creativity, people may never see it. People may never know it. But when I see the film, even after 20 years, I will just look at it and say, yes, we thought of this and we did this. So
Mm.
these are the small things that make us as creators, feel good. It's not about
Mm.
everybody has to see it and notice it and appreciate it.
Mm. Mm.
But Ravi and myself, my cinematographer and me, we created this visual.
Mm.
Yeah.
Superb. Lovely.
Ma'am,
Lovely
ma'am,
visualization.
ma'am,
Yeah.
I want to know a little more,
Yeah.
because this is my feeling, ma'am. When you pick up a subject like this and it's been with you for 14 years,
Mm.
there has to be some karmic bond with, no, it's not a subject. This
Yeah.
movie is not a subject. It's a life. And for me, this is how I think. There's been a very strong karmic bond, and it's culminated. It's beautifully got converted into a movie. But how have you felt after the movie? Because, ma'am, you're not just holding the camera. There is so much going on in your heart and your mind. So much. This can't be just, it's not just holding the camera. And what
Yeah.
happens to you? What happens to your mind and your heart and your emotions? And
It's a
how are
very
you?
rare question. It's a very rare question, I must say, Saina. This is very rarely asked to most of the creators. What happens is, when you are in the process of writing and working, you're connected. Then after that, somehow you lose perspective. And then at the shoot, what happens is it's all about managing the situation, managing and putting things together. So because man management is a very important aspect when you are a director. You are managing people's emotions, people's egos, people's timing, people's everything. So in all that, sometimes I don't connect. But I have to tell you a moment when there's a beautiful scene in the movie where Kajol, the mother, for the first time breaks down because she realizes that she now has to let go. And that's actually at the interval point where she gives in to the son has been telling her, anyway I'm going, why don't you donate all my organs? you know so she says, I can't do it because if donating organs means euthanasia, and this country does not allow euthanasia, it's illegal. So he says, no, fight it for me you know and so at one point she gives in and she says, okay, done. And she promises him you know that, yes, I will work towards donating your organs, which means
Oh my.
she says, yes, I'm saying yes to euthanasia. You know, so from there the journey is different. So, but that point, there is a shot where Kajol just broke down and she cried so much that even after a cut she couldn't stop. It happens to actors, when you get so connected. And when I held her, I could feel her pain so much that suddenly all the thoughts that I had for Venkatesh and all the, pain suddenly kind of burst loose. And both of us were crying so much that, my cameraman, he just asked people to leave the room. He switched off the lights and he said, just leave the room, give them time, you know. And so it took us time to it was a point where she as a character she connected, and me as a person who carried the story connected. So that was one moment which which I will never forget. It was a kind of a catastrophe or whatever, I don't know what that's the word, I suppose. Yeah. So this does happen. But then again, after the film is made, it's all about what is right, what is wrong, what is right, what is wrong. You lose all perspective and you go into the technicalities. And then you connect to the film. Like I connected to the film a year after the film was made. Now, when I watch it, I actually sit and enjoy it in a different way.
In your life, is it all finding? Is it all? I think life is kind of finding you. It's looking for you because, ठीक है, ma'am, acting happened by chance, and your picture was uh, held by a very famous director, and he said, "But ma'am, Bharatnatyam had already made you so expressive. Bharatnatyam actually led to a
Yeah.
beautiful acting career. It made you so expressive with your hands, your face, your body, emotions. And then acting takes you to direction. While you're directing, the stories are finding you. How are you feeling about?
I'm enjoying it, Saina, because see, actually, it's very interesting. I think I just went with the flow in my life. So dance is something. Um, my mother took a lot of trouble because even when we were traveling, she would record what I learned during summer vacation, and she would let make me practice. And we would come back sometime half year, come back to Chennai, learn from the same teacher. And those days it used to be, the cassette player, and she would learn all the steps so that she remembered, and when I practiced I did it right. So I started at the
Wow.
age of 8. Yeah, so she put in a lot of effort because I enjoyed it. So so dance happened with a lot of effort from my mother, but from then on I think the path was very different. It just happened, the dance took me into movies, somebody found me, and I started liking it. And after every film my mother would say, stop it, go to college, enough, you finish what, this film, and now you go to college, finish college, and then if you want you can act. So every time it was a begging session. Amma, please, one more film, one more film. This story is nice, that story is nice. Because she felt that I shouldn't regret. She felt that doing your college and finishing your college was much more important, and for her this was never so important. And she felt that I might kind of lose my childhood, lose the time of a teenager. So she kept me so grounded in that way. So, and as things moved, I really like, sometimes I tell some of my friends, I didn't direct my career, you know, I just let it flow. So I made a lot of mistakes, which maybe at that time, people these days have a particular way of directing their career in such a way that they are where they are today, kind of thing. But I didn't know how to do that. Nobody in my family knew how to do that because we were not part of the industry. And everything just went in a flow. But looking back, I think the flow was beautiful. There were ups and downs, and in that way, and that is why I'm so grounded. So I have absolutely no regrets. And yeah, so that's the way it happened.
She
What is
she flew. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Sai. She flew. She flew with. Actually, she went by the flow.
Yes. You're right, Kiranji. I just went with the flow. Sometimes I would try and step back, and then I would feel tired trying to resist. Then again, I would just flow. So, it has been like that. And now I'm just in the flow. What happens, it will happen, because, like, sometimes they say it's preordained, then why are we getting so worried about things, you know? So, like, I just say that I can't do anything. I can only be a guide to my child. you know I'll just guide her the path she will take. I can't show her the path. So, well, that's how it's going to be. And God bless that.
I know
God.
you've been writing a lot on parenting recently, I believe.
Because I feel that there are so many things that you learn, and at my age there are very few parents who are my age. So then I just feel there are certain thoughts that come because of my experience. So I do sometimes write about it.
Yeah. We do Saina and I on Demonstrative Learning do a monthly program on parenting.
Oh, is it? It's
Yeah.
so important.
Exclusive.
It's so important, Kiranji.
Exclusively on parenting. Would you be able to spare an hour or a half on parenting? It could be a month. So it can be a time convenient. Vishwani will connect with you to find out your
Sure.
convenience.
Sure, sometime we'll do that.
Because it's very interesting how you are a late parent and yet you're understanding parenting, and how you're a product of very good parenting yourself,
Yes, I am.
and you're now parenting your parents.
Yes, it's very interesting. Yes.
Three
So,
levels. Maybe
three levels.
Saina and Shivani can work. They can work it out with you to see, because I'm told you are writing a magazine, or you wrote some pieces in the parenting magazine.
Parenting matter. Yes.
Mhm. Excellent.
I,
Yes, Saina,
yeah.
back to you.
Ma'am, I don't want to miss this opportunity asking you this, that how important, जैसे आपने बोला, we can guide our children. But ma'am, we can give them a strong foundation to build on.
Absolutely. We have to.
Can we do that? Yes, because can we do that? Because then it's their choices, and then they come with their own destiny, and they come with their own choices, and but we can give them a very strong foundation, and then they can build on that.
Yeah. And the foundation for me, I feel the most important foundation is the foundation of security.
Yes,
Because if a child feels secure and
yes,
feels loved and feels that this is someone I can come back to, whatever
yes,
happens, I will be accepted. I think that is the most important thing,
beautiful.
because yeah,
Yes,
because every time I fell, I didn't run away. I came to my parents. That's because they gave me that confidence that whatever happens, we will be there.
yes,
So we are not going to point out and say that, oh, you made a mistake, I told you so. you know
yes,
so that is something which I have learned, and that is the foundation. And of course, the foundation of um, memory, mathematics, and science, I think, are very important. I think math and science are a very important foundation for life, because it is something that one should enjoy and learn. All of us hate, even I was not very fond of math, but now when I'm teaching my child, or when I'm just going through her books, I'm enjoying math now. And I feel I wish I had a teacher who made me love math. Numbers are so interesting. Yeah,
I think numbers are also important when you have
very
to
important.
understand. Maths also teaches you a very important concept of life, that every
Yeah,
choice will have a consequence, and there's a price to be
absolutely.
paid for it. So I think maths
So right.
also gets linked up with life, that there's going
Absolutely.
to be a price for every choice,
Yes.
and one
And
must
we need
learn
to
how.
understand.
That's
Absolutely. One has
accountability,
to
ma'am.
learn
That's
to do that. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And I think,
Beautiful.
I realized how why Ramanujam and Shakuntala Devi and all of them loved math. The things is, it's so abstract, but at the same time there is so much of linking of stuff. And I think if we all learned whatever subjects we learn, not in the British format, but in the way Indians used to teach us, the age old ways, I think our children will do much better. Somewhere we've lost that. And I wish we could go back to that kind of learning and teaching, because sometimes I've heard about when you're talking about the sun and the moon and the earth and things like that. And there was Mahi's one my daughter's one teacher was talking about the proximities and how you I was just thinking, why didn't we learn like this? Now she will remember that for life. And it was such a beautiful way, and it is an age old method of teaching and learning. So
मैम
yeah,
A
पहले तो
lot of Vedic
like
maths is now coming back in a big way.
very
Vedic
big way, and
maths,
I think it's very
very
good.
big way, and I find that many teachers now volunteering, spending time with children to teach them Vedic maths.
Yes,
And parents are deeply interested. I've personally given away many awards in Vedic maths events, and I find them very passionate organizers who are
yes,
truly wanting Vedic maths to go to back to our roots.
yeah. No, I think that is why we had such amazingly intelligent people and rightly said, you cannot rule a country if you do not break them and divide them, and that is why people came and invaded us. So
Mm.
anyway, now it's good to see that this generation, I have a lot of hope, because this generation is really working towards they're learning so much about history much before the Mughal era, and they're trying to understand what was the science behind a particular structure, a science behind Konark, a science behind, you know, a, a, a lot of things. And even Insta gives us so much. Actually, the knowledge that the young people are giving us is really beautiful. And I think this generation is going to definitely change the way our country is going to be thinking in the next 25-30 years.
मैम सब्जेक्ट्स के साथ ना अगर स्टोरीज एंड लाइफ लेसन्स वो भी साथ में जोड़ दिया जाए ना,
वो
so
होता
I
है
think,
ना.
हाँ, that's important.
That is the beauty, See,
Yes,
that is how the teaching used to be. That
yes,
you connected with the earth, the trees, the sky, and everything. It was not, all numbers and dates and people's names.
ma'am.
It
Revathy,
was
are you
much
planning
more
to
than.
write a book on yourself? Are you writing a book on yourself?
No, I haven't thought about it. Somebody asked me, and I said, I don't think I want to write, because
But you could one day be a subject of a film too.
I might write a memoir,
Ah.
Kiranji. Things that I have that come from my memory and things that I have learnt. I will definitely make a memoir of that.
It will be one of the very rare books. Your experiences, acting, dancing, direction,
Yeah.
writing, script writing. I think it'd be fantastic because you're very versatile. You've had something in everything: acting, script writing, storytelling, and then,
Thank
of
you.
course, directing. I think that versatility can come through your book. It may be one of the very rare ones coming from
I
this.
have to tell you one more thing, Kiranji. I don't know. Do you go to Andaman and Nicobar Islands?
Yes, I've been
Um,
there.
okay. In Ross Island, there is a sound and light multimedia show which I have created, because I
Oh,
love.
wow.
Yes, I
I've
love
seen
this.
that. I've seen
Yeah.
that.
So the Ross Island multimedia show,
Okay.
which is actually the voice of Gulzar Saab, and Shankar Ehsan Loy has done the music, is created by me. I
Look
worked
at
on
that.
this. Yeah. So
See,
now
so you're,
that is the journey. That's the journey I'm taking,
that's
because I
exactly the
feel,
journey. But
yeah.
please tell us more about it.
So I did this in 2014, but after that, Mr. Nitin Gadkari happened to see the show, and he said, "Why don't you do something in Nagpur?" So in Nagpur, I've created a show which is on the life of Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda.
Superb.
So there is a sound and light multimedia show in Ambazari Garden in Nagpur, where we have done the life of Vivekananda. And Kiranji, I have to tell you this one small incident that happened. I was just reading Vivekananda ji, and there's so much about him. So how do you say things in half an hour was the biggest confusion I had. And I said, how do we do this? There was a point where I actually, it was just a spark that came to me. And I
Yeah,
just felt that, what if Vivekananda speaks about his journey?
beautiful.
And we wrote it such that Vivekananda comes and speaks about his journey from the day he was conceived in his
Uh-huh.
mother's womb. And and he says, you know maybe this is what it was to be, and that is why I was born. But
Wow.
at every moment he had so many, what do you call it, he was constantly, he was a very agile person who was constantly thinking, and there were too many thoughts. He used to be very confused which way to go, because there were paths for him. He had the British path, which took him that you have to do this, but he has another path that his heart is pulling him. And even before the Chicago speech, when he was there, I believe he sat there confused. How do I start? So Vivekananda was a very normal person like you and me and everybody, every youth today, very confused, but he chose at a moment. So for me, that is what, captivated me. And so I decided, what if Vivekananda tells a story? So in my show there, Vivekananda talks about his journey till the Chicago speech. What made
Lovely,
him to be able to
lovely.
speak those beautiful words that are still, we all read about it and we talk about it. So,
So, Revati,
so
why are these programs not somewhere available on YouTube for the persons to
no,
see who cannot be there to see it? Can't they
you
be there
can't.
available? You can't.
You can't, Kiranji. You have to go and see it there. Because whatever YouTube, the effect is not there. Effect is when you sit there and watch it. Because we have created an amazing sound and light. Sound is done by Rasul Pukuti. The light is done by Alphonse Roy. And the mural and the whole scripting is done by so many amazing people that unless you go and sit and watch it there, the effect will never be there.
But
So
what if seeing this takes you now that you want to see it in person? You see, because that's spreading it a little more. Look at technology now and see how
yes,
can technology of yours, this technology, now can reach put it on in a manner which reaches out to more people. Even this
I've made a
Andaman's Lost
trailer.
Island.
Yeah, I've made a trailer now. So
Ah,
we're planning to put it on YouTube and Insta and things like that to create the awareness because, you know, people who go to Nagpur can spend one extra night there to watch the show. So that's
huh.
what we are trying to do. And it's,
Ma'am, that
yeah,
would be wonderful. A glimpse, a
yes,
small
a
glimpse.
glimpse of what it is.
A glimpse
Yeah,
would be
that will
wonderful.
encourage people. That will encourage people to go there and see it there.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's already ready and we'll be putting
It'll
it.
be a gold mine for us, Revati. It'll be gold mine. No, if you share it with us, we can share it with our students on book reading show program for hundreds of children. We can run it live on this demonstrative learning channel. We can run it
Absolutely.
for our children. So
We'll do that, ma'am.
if you share it with us, we can go live on it and share it with millions of students around the world and
Absolutely, ma'am.
we can make a special show of it.
I've just created a trailer, not the entire show. So, maybe I'll just work towards, kind of putting the whole show together into um, it's only a 33-minute show. So it's like a
So
perfect,
33
like,
minutes is very good. We have a
yeah.
1 hour program with book reading with hundreds of children. We've been at it for now 5, 6 years, working with a weekly book reading. And we also have a Vivekananda Day, but we can choose it. Like we
Yeah.
are heading next month to make a Gita program. You know, the Gita Day. The Gita Day, so
Geeta
the
Day.
focus will be on the Gita. So this is how we can also have your program going live worldwide.
Ma'am, you share it with us, and we'll
I'll do
we'll
that.
really we'll
I'll do that.
put in our heart and soul and share it to more and more people, so they come to Andaman and they come to Nagpur and they watch it with all their love.
And
But this is
I
so
have I
wonderful.
have one show in Ratnagiri.
Oh, wonderful,
Wow.
I have one show in Ratnagiri where we have
wonderful.
showcased the 6 Bharat Ratna awardees of the Konkan region.
How nice. How nice.
Yeah.
How
Beautiful.
nice.
So yeah,
There's
so
so
this
much to
is this
do
is
done.
my present passion,
If you
working on
can
history and
keep showing, we can become your a bridge between you and other viewers who cannot see it in person. We can act as a
yeah,
bridge for you, Revati.
Certainly,
This
we'll
ma'am.
channel
try, we'll
can
try.
be your bridge.
Sure.
Certainly, certainly.
Thank you.
It's been so wonderful talking to you, ma'am. Ma'am, pata hi nahi chala. We've
It's
been,
already 7. Oh wow.
We just begun actually.
it's been so beautiful, ma'am. We stay connected.
Yeah,
We stay connected, ma'am, and we hope to see you soon.
yeah.
Sure.
We
No,
hope
we'll
to
see
see
your
Thank you so
programs
much,
now and
Kiranji.
hope to pick up
Thank
your programs and do some larger sharing.
Absolutely, and Kiranji, you are an inspiration for generations. So
I'm so happy to
God
see
bless
that.
the work that you have done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Revati. Lots of love. Lots of
Ma'am,
love.
Thank you,
thank
Thank
you.
Sina. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am. So
Thank you.
wonderful meeting you. So
Thank
wonderful. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Jai Dhari. Mama bless you. Ma bless your little pudding. Ma bless her.
you.
Ma bless her. Ji, ma'am. Ji, ma'am.
God
Thank you.
bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Jai Thank.